Hey, what's going on, everyone? Before y'all check out this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. We appreciate y'all for always showing us love and support. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Unfiltered Brothers, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay blessed.
Hey, did you see that thread on Twitter?
Yes, I wash my ass.
You see that thread on Twitter? We can keep this as the intro. But it was saying like it was a thread of these girls saying that when they knew it was the end, like when they knew it was time to start talking to dudes.
Nah, I ain't see that.
Oh, I'm about to send to you after this. But it was some of the craziest things I had ever seen. Like it was like one girl was like, she knew it was the end because they was getting ready to have sex and stuff like that, and she went to go like grab his joint, and it was like sand down there, and he was like, "Oh, baby, I'll take a shower afterwards." It was like one joint where it was like this dude took a shower and stayed in the towel the whole day, and when he took the towel off, it was a dude who stayed on the towel. Bro, I'm gonna have to say y'all this thread. I spent 30 minutes at work going through this thread because it was wild. Like,
niggas trifling.
Yo, bro,
What the
How
sand?
you get sand?
I don't know. I didn't know.
I'm still on the sand.
Like, it was like other joints of like one dude was like,
First of all, if you know you got doodle sand on your towel, why you come the fuck out the bathroom with the towel?
What was the point?
it was one joint.
Yeah.
This one was funny too.
What was the point
you
of the
ain't
shower?
you ain't wipe your ass enough in the shower.
This dude was late. Was late on a date. He said when he put up to the girl, he was like, "Sorry, I'm late. To make it up for you, I'll pay for the date." Like, she was like, "What did you think this was? Like, this is a date. Who was gonna pay for it if he was on time?" Like, it's just funny.
Yeah, her ass gonna pay for it.
Bruh, I spent 30 minutes at work going through. But the dude stage, right? She said dude spent a whole day in a towel after getting out the shower.
The whole day in the towel.
He just spent, like, I think they were on like vacation or something. He spent the whole day in like a white towel and took the towel off. It was a dude still in a towel.
That's trifling.
He had a doodle sand on the towel. You mean tell me the whole day you ain't smell that shit?
Oh, look, there was another one. Oh, it was one where I forgot what she said he did or something like that, but he didn't take a shower either, and like sat on like her pillow. Mm-hmm. And she said that.
Why are we sitting on pillows?
He said that corner of the pillow, but she could never get the smell out of the corner. Oh, I know what it was. He said that he would wear the same underwear for 5 days straight, and he went to go sit on like a pillow or something. And she could never get that pillow to smell right again.
Why is she tolerating this? She know the nigga don't.
First of all, you already knew that he didn't change his underwear for 5 days. Why the relationship lasted that long?
That's what I'm asking.
Hey, look, questions that need answers, my boy.
Question that need answers.
Oh, boy.
Welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Brothers. Here you have your boy Derek. Here you have your boy Joe.
Yep.
Here you have your boy Ford.
What's up?
And Rand couldn't be with us for this episode, but shout out to Rand. We're going to hold it down for him. How y'all fellas doing today?
Can't complain. Same old. You know how it is. Praise God.
Something.
Hallelujah.
How did we get to Jesus already?
Oh, hold on.
Already.
Jesus is in all that we do.
Yes,
it is
he
with
is.
His grace that we made it this far, my brother.
Even in the bedroom.
Even.
Whoa, hey.
You said Jesus is always with us. I'm
Yeah,
just asking,
he
I don't know.
I'm just
guess
asking
so.
questions.
I guess so.
He's watching over us.
I don't know, man. My day was all right.
But I bless it all.
My day was all right, man. Work is work.
We
It's
asked you,
always.
bro. Somebody asked you how your day was. Like,
You know what?
started talking about
With that,
yourself.
we come to the conclusion. Because y'all ain't shit.
No one
y'all
asked you
ain't
how your
shit.
day was. You asked us how our day was.
So I can't say how my day
Well,
was.
well, how was your day considering that that lawsuit y'all got?
Whoa, y'all got a lawsuit?
He said, which one?
So what's the news? Liberty
Really?
always getting some
Yeah,
lawsuits.
it's all over the news.
What are your lawsuit for?
What this one is about? Which one you seen?
The one that was on
How
Channel 8
many
News
is
last
there?
night.
They get one like every 2
It
months.
was like something about. I forgot what it's about.
I don't know. Last shit.
I know.
This is so nothing. This happened a couple months ago.
With that being said, it's been another episode of Unfiltered Brothers.
Yeah,
And
this
this is
happened a
a
couple months ago.
and this is supposed to be a Christian
It was like 11.
university.
It was like 11, 12.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. Some students, I forgot. I don't know all the details, so I ain't gonna go into it.
I know all man favorite probably.
But yeah, that was on
turn over
that was on the news. I'm surprised y'all ain't see that.
Oh, I don't watch news.
I mean, shit, surprised people ain't shared. It was that, and then the last thing was just people complaining. Well, all the COVID cases they had at the beginning, that first week of school.
Oh, was it bad?
Was it bad?
I can only
It was like
imagine.
4 or 5 schools that was on that list. The other 4 schools probably had like 30, 40 cases.
How many Liberty have?
Man, Liberty had close to 500. Yeah, close to 500. It was a
500.
period where they like just, it's like, I forgot what they call it. I guess migration. I don't know what they call it. Mitigation or some shit. And students just was in their dorms for like 2-3 weeks. Their classes switched to online. So that happened.
The school that's known for their online program didn't think to be like, let's just have online schooling.
I mean, they didn't do nothing in 2020, so why would
Oh,
you?
that's true. I forgot.
So why would you expect them to do that? But you know, that's how it be.
So how was your day? Another day.
Another day.
We can't. We need Rand. We need.
You know, it's
energy.
another day because I mean, I don't like working. Let's just say that I don't like working.
Wow. Okay.
The position is fine, but me personally, I hate waking up 7 o'clock.
And doing something productive.
I could do other things besides work.
So is
That's
it working?
productive.
Is it working? That's
It's-
the problem,
it's
or
going
is
to
it
the
fact that
job.
you're
That's the
not?
problem.
It's working for the man. That's the problem.
Oh.
That's the job.
But if you were working for yourself, it'd be
working for
different.
myself is different
So all
because
right.
I would love what I actually do.
All right. So question.
It's more
for you.
meaning behind what I do.
Would you rather work like a 4 a.m. to like 4 p.m. shit doing something for yourself, or your job that you're doing now?
Probably myself, but I know if it's for myself, I know my schedule wouldn't be that though.
But I'm saying, like, let's say that.
It
All
wouldn't
right,
be that.
let's hypothetically say, like, you are starting out and stuff like that. You don't have that much control over your schedule, so you're trying to do everything in your power to like promote
Right.
yourself and that. So you're looking at like maybe a 48-hour work day.
Okay.
Of consistent work, maybe like 2 hours of sleep.
48-hour work
yeah,
day.
let's say like, well, I'm saying like
work
maybe
day.
like
It's only 24
work,
hours.
Shut the
in-
fuck up, work days. So, but let's say like, I know you ain't over there doing math.
I know he over there ass. He
But,
said carried it too.
But no, let's say like you had to work with like 48 hours. You get like maybe 2 hours of sleep in between or whatever. Like, would you still do it if it was for yourself?
Potentially.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
So you
rather. I
agree
would
with-
rather do it for myself.
So you agree with what B. Simone was saying? You don't like no 9 to 5. You like.
No, she said she don't like a 9 to 5 nigga. Now
I
she,
mean,
now she just.
That's what I'm
I
hearing.
got offended by that.
That's
'Cause
what
I'm
I'm
still
hearing.
a 9 to 5 nigga. You know what I'm saying?
She choose you. You see the point. You see her vision.
I see the vision.
Yeah,
She,
all that.
B. Simone, you
So
see
hold
this.
on.
I see the
Let's
vision.
elaborate on that. What kind of nigga she want?
She
It's,
want.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, she want an entrepreneur.
Oh,
somebody,
I
yeah.
thought she was like one of these wretches out here that one nigga that's out in the streets making money.
It all depends, though, man. A 9 to 5 nigga can handle. I believe they can handle.
I think it depends on what you
entrepreneur.
mean. Like, I think that if you're a 9 to 5 dude, but you making like 6-7 figures, like, I don't really know no jobs out here putting out no 6-7 figures for 9 to 5, but
Yeah, I mean, but if you 9 to 5 doesn't necessarily mean that that's your schedule. I mean, you might be the manager. You may work 4 hours here,
yeah,
8 hours there,
And got
2
got a
hours
business on the
another
side.
day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you never know, honestly. So, but no, I don't mind a 9 to 5 girl or entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that, ladies?
Entrepreneur. Just gotta have the mindset. It's just a mindset. It's a mindset thing.
Get my boy. He do 9 to 5s and 48-hour work days.
No, the fuck I don't. But
Call him
Oh, what would you do?
now.
So what would you do? I know that's what you segueing into. ain't it?
what?
What would you do?
Oh, what would you do? Yeah. All right. So what would you do?
Oh,
It's kind of a deep one. It's kind of a deep one, right?
You got something to do with
So-
our relationships or some shit?
No, it's actually
Oh.
about us.
Oh.
About us.
Wow.
So let's.
And
This nigga shot.
Duran ain't here for this one.
Oh,
Yeah, he gonna be
mad.
pissed. Because once he come back, I'm
It's
gonna have the
revelation
most
one.
fucked up. I'm gonna have the most fucked up. What would you do? All right, for this one, it's mostly looking at us, right? Let's just say that time travel was a real thing, right?
Mhm.
Oh, I
And
would
you
love
went
that.
back in time,
I would, but go ahead.
you know, and you went back to time. Well, you didn't know you was going back in time, but you happened to go back in time and you see your, let's say, how old are we? 26. Let's say you see your 13, 14-year-old self. Would you approach yourself, give him some knowledge, or would you just sit back and, you know, because everything happens for a reason, so you may not want to change nothing that happened from the past. But so would you approach yourself, give him some knowledge,
Did
some
I ask y'all
shit,
this already?
or would you just let it, you know, let
I
it go?
Oh, this is one of the offensive arguments I had. Saved away in the safe. Damn. Was this the one you was gonna suggest to us? Suggest to me? I never got back to you on that.
No, yeah, you
So-
never got back to me on that. But yeah, but I've never heard this. I just
Really?
yeah, I just
Yeah, this is
thought
definitely one of the I'm gonna have to push it back right now, but this is definitely one of the arguments I had in the safe. Because the answer to your question would be I probably changing something would mean that I would have to lose the people that I gained possibly. So like let's say you go back, like you pick a bad time in your life and you want to change it, but you don't know how that time affected everything else to come afterwards. You might have confided in somebody during that time that now that you two are closer. So if you don't go through experiencing that, then you may never get close to that person because you would never confided in them. So I mean, and I think the other part of it is that even if you go back in time and you tell, like, let's say I was gonna put some knowledge into my younger self, like, oh no, this is what you do. I ain't gonna hold you because I thought about this. I would go back and be like, bet this on the Super Bowl.
and I'll probably
The
do some
Falcons
shit
gonna
like
play
that.
the Patriots,
and we gonna
and
whoop
you gonna
y'all
cry.
ass.
but bet this bread, and you'll be all right. You can wipe your eyes with $100 bills. But to keep it a stack with you, I don't think I would change anything because even if you were to go back and tell your younger self like all that shit, only thing that's going to do is cause new problems to arise in different ways, shapes, and forms. Like you'd be like, well, don't go this home. You might wreck the car, and you might tell them to go another way. Well, instead of him wrecking the car, your younger self may die because that car accident was actually meant to protect him. It's a whole lot.
it's
you
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm saying?
good. Yeah, it's a
That
lot
time
of
travel
goes in
joint
there.
get deep. That's why I was like, I don't really rock with it. I watch a movie about time travel.
Yeah,
I turn
that
that
shit
shit off.
crazy.
I'll be like, don't worry about it. It's gonna be stupid.
That shit crazy.
So no, I wouldn't change anything.
What about you, Ford? Would you change anything? Keep the same? Tweak some things around? What would you do?
The only thing about it, he mentioned cars, and that's what I'm saying. This only thing about it, the day that I wrecked my Nissan, I would have stayed home.
But you don't know. The reason I say that is because we think that bad things happen to us and that they aren't blessings. When bad things happen to you, I heard this the other day. It was like this guy he was talking. He was like, he asked God for strength, so God put like, trials and tribulations in front of him. When we ask for things, God gives it to us. And I feel like the accident was supposed to happen because it might not have been the Nissan that you needed. The GMC might have been what you needed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird how life works because I mean, right now you're looking like, nah, I don't think so. But I'm being so honest. Like, you'll be surprised about where, why things happen in the bigger picture of it, of all, like, how everything came to formulate for this one point, this one moment, and how it all comes together at the end of the day. Like, it's crazy. So, I mean, like, granted, you walked away from the accident unscathed. It's, like, one of the worst things that happened to you. Like, I've wrecked every car that I'm on. Please, love, don't let this. Yeah, literally, I've wrecked the Saturn when I was driving that.
So note to self: don't get in the car with Joe.
Facts. I wrecked the Saturn and I wrecked the Jetta.
Every time we went out somewhere, Joe never
drove. I only got in the car with Joe like one time.
Yeah, I'll never drive.
But by the accident, Me losing Nissan won't the reason I was saying that. Because of the relationship that followed that.
Wait. But you reckon the Nissan led you to that relationship, right? Like the Nissan was the reason you got in that relationship or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now that you went through that relationship, you've learned from that relationship. And now you know, all right, I don't ever want to do this again. So you've learned and you've gained from that. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like every negative is not a negative. Because if you wouldn't have, let's say you would have stayed home. Let's say that y'all two would have ended up another way. You might be marrying her instead of Tanisha. It's weird how life works for it.
Yeah. Look, I don't need that. Now, I think that's what I mentioned in one of those earlier episodes that we did. It was like I was mentioning that what we asked for, we may not receive it the way we think we're gonna receive it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of those cases. It's just like
like I asked Lord for a truck, but I ain't know what GMC.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying, playing basketball. You might take a jumper, land on your ankle, your ankle the wrong way.
Ooh, ouch.
You know what I'm saying? It hurt for the time being, but then you learn how to fucking land the next time you shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
it teaches
it's just lessons and everything.
Yeah, I think I'm learning how to change my perspective on life.
Right.
That every negative thing that happens to me isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like I'm gonna tell y'all this story. Last night, I went to cookout. Had my food. First of all, I knew it was gonna be bad because it was out of what I ordered, and I ain't never went to cookout and ain't ever been out of anything. So they were out of what I wanted, so I had to get my backup. So I got it. I sat down. I'm situated. Got my food ready. Got my food. Got my drink. I'm ready. I started my show. First, what happened is the food falls forward. Just randomly, the food just falls on the floor. I said, "What the fuck?" Right after the food falls, the drink falls on the other side. And I was like, so I'm mad as fuck.
Nigga must not have been hungry. Shit. I would have caught that motherfucker.
I was dying for that motherfucker. I had grabbed it, and you know the cookout cups, they real soft.
You can't squeeze them motherfuckers any type of way.
I squeezed it, it cracked open, I dropped it, and I said, oh, this is it. There ain't no real good lesson that I learned from this.
I was wondering, like, what the fuck is this?
Something wrong with the food is the reason why.
I was like, there's no good reason. I picked it off the floor and I ate it. Like, but
what is he going with this shit?
I did.
I was gonna say, but if I had ate the food, something would have happened. Like,
but I still ate that food. I paid $6 for that. I was gonna eat that. But
3-second rule.
I scooped it all up. But I did vacuum my floor and clean my room up. So, like, shit happens. Positive.
Shit
happens.
happens.
Dirty motherfucker.
Nah, my room wasn't.
He the
my room wasn't dirty.
Look, he the nigga with the towel. He the nigga with the towel.
My room wasn't dirty. It's just like, how you got to go about your week. Your room not clean, but it's not dirty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sand on your floor.
Nah.
That was in the bed.
That was in the bed. Yeah, I was about to say. That was
in the bed. Yeah, that was still on him.
But
that's crazy.
It's crazy though, because where it fell, like, there's never like any dirt, nothing by you see my room, by like my TV and stuff, because like that's where like I play the game mostly. There's like never no dirt because there's never no traffic or nothing there. But nigga, if it would have fell over by like the door or like possibly my bed, like not in my bed, but like that area right before. Oh, nigga, that would have been bad. I would have to throw that away. That floor is filthy. Like it's like I got a little carpet. I wipe my feet on like a dog and I get in the bed.
Wow,
my floor ain't dirty for it.
Ford offended.
I know. But I forget how much of a clean freak he is.
You want to borrow my shampoo?
I need it.
I gotta get a new carpet. I gotta get a new carpet.
Nah, but
man, Dad, tell these people my room ain't dirty, man.
You just told him that your room dirty.
Nigga, I don't vacuum my floor every day. I vacuum maybe twice or once a week. That's reasonable.
That's reasonable.
There shouldn't be that much dirt. The dirt you displaying in.
Bro, I live on a dirt road. We don't have apartment complexes where I'm at.
Wipe your feet off before you go into the house. Maybe don't make you do that.
Take your shoes off at the door.
Maybe don't make us do none of that. Maybe I walk your ass on that, sweep my floor all the way.
Take the shoes off at the door.
That's we ain't never did that. My mom gets offended when she gets like. My mom, I ain't gonna lie. My mom gets really offended if you ask her to take her shoes off.
I do too.
Like y'all, like if you ask her to take her shoes off at the door, she'll never come to your house ever again. I don't know what she gonna do because I know that the first apartment I'm gonna have is gonna have white carpet.
Mine's and
I'm gonna be like,
my house gonna be just
gotta-
like that too.
you gotta take your shoes off, bro. She gonna cut
You know
feet
what I'm
clean
saying?
out.
I'm gonna have extra slippers or something at the door if you want to put those on. But
Yeah, nah, facts, big
Yeah.
facts.
But no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't change nothing though. I don't know. I might like give myself some life lessons at that age to better prepare mentally.
Do you think
For
we
the
could
world.
be too wise, too young?
No, I do not believe so.
'Cause I feel like you gotta go through stuff as like when you're young.
I mean, you're gonna go through stuff regardless. You know what I'm saying? But some people maybe like a privileged motherfucker that never experienced anything bad. First negative shit that happened to them, they don't know how to fucking, handle it.
Yeah.
And, shit might turn bad. You know what I'm saying? They be like, yo, this one's supposed to be happening. And
It might freak the fuck out.
shit might turn bad for them. So I guess I just giving myself better, life lessons of how to handle, I don't know, certain fucked up situations and knowing like I can from that. So don't beat yourself up too much about the shit. So you won't go into that, depression stage and shit like that. So I'll do some shit like that. I don't know. I might. I want some fortune. I want some wealth too. So I might slide him a note or something.
Told you,
Where he could
Make
find
it.
it later down the road.
everything.
I don't know. I
Bro.
want some wealth for.
Yeah.
We trying to break curses here, fool.
Smooth gonna send him the
I might
specs for the
slide him
PlayStation
something.
5.
Oh God, I might.
4K resolution. What is that
Hey,
fucking 4K?
I see you and your friends, FBC out there, y'all always dancing and shit, man. You know what you should do? Hook up with some people, create this app, right? Name it TikTok.
I don't think it would have been
It would be
successful.
called TikTok, but
I don't think it would have been successful back then.
I don't know.
Because, I think
I don't know. I feel like
because there was no
I
phones
feel
back
like-
then like that could record as good as it did.
But we still had Instagram and shit like that. We were
Yeah,
still
we
on
did.
YouTube with the
No,
and all the
no.
crank
Big
that shit.
facts. But like recording phone wise was
I don't
garbage
think we
back
that
then.
mattered though. It didn't matter though.
I don't know
back
because
then.
niggas was going hard on the
Man,
iPhone versus
you
Android shit.
Bro, if you ever seen the video that I posted from it was I think it was Spring Weekend or Oktoberfest, but it was when who was it? Cali Swag District came down this joint, and we was the first ones to see him, and that's when Tay and Malik got on stage with them. I recorded that shit, put that shit on my Facebook. I had a YouTube page back in the day. I put that on there. Man, that quality was horrible, man. I look back at that shit like you can't even see. Like it's all the pixels.
Pixelated and shit.
I was like, yo, why did I even? But you can hear the shit. Like you can hear the excitement. But it was like, oh no, I would definitely not upload that shit today. But back in the day, you ain't give a
Audio
fuck.
was bad back then too.
Everything
You
was
ain't
bad
give a
back
fuck
then.
back in the day, honestly. What's the fuck? Oh, just keep going, yeah. You did, man. See, it's good, yeah. But
I hate the fact that he just knew that was gonna come
yeah,
back.
that's how I know. Yeah, I know. I know my baby.
Bro.
I know my baby.
Derek is, I'm never around with Derek, bro, because Derek is that nigga that is gonna be the gas light gonna be on. He
Oh,
gonna be
yeah, I
like-
know.
He gonna be like, I know my car.
I get it down to like 30 miles.
I got the shit pulled up now.
Sometimes
Let me know
it
how far
get
I
down
can
to like 25. But I know I'm gonna get to where I gotta be though. I'd be like, I'm this far. Like I done drove to work so many times. I know the
go. Oh yeah,
minutes.
work is off.
You
the
know,
rip.
I know the minutes that it takes to get here. I know
Oh,
the
yeah,
miles
yeah,
it
yeah.
takes to get here. So
work different.
I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, yeah.
If
Work
I'm
different.
going somewhere, oh no, I'm I'm pulling over to the gas station like 5 miles down the road and shit like that. Yeah, if something sooner, I'll pull over there. But yeah, going to work, I don't give a fuck. Get that bitch down to like 30, fill it back up, boom. I let the light cut on before I fill up.
You know that's not good. You know that's not good, right?
Well, fuck it.
Why isn't it good?
Why isn't it good? Because you put different types of gas.
I know, but they said trash can get in your car. I mean, in your gas tank if you let it go too low.
Yeah. But
That trash give you about an extra mile or two, though, boy. Yeah, a little something to the gas, boy.
I don't know, but these gas different. That should be gone.
I saw that today.
Yeah,
Someone was
It
like,
seems
gas
like
on
the
that
higher
shit.
gas prices go, like
The faster that motherfucker
the
come
faster
out my
burn.
car.
That might be. It might be something to it. Think
I
about it.
I don't like it.
What you gonna do about it? Create new gas? The fuck? Get you a Tesla?
Ride a bike.
I'd love to see your ass ride a bike all the way to Lynchburg.
Who said I'm going to Lynchburg? Stay my ass at the crib. Work from home.
Oh, you have the option.
You damn right. Yeah.
How the fuck you ain't using it?
Shit, I'll be using the fuck out of that
My
motherfucker.
Wi-Fi is horrible.
Oh.
If I had an apartment or some shit and my
Oh,
Wi-Fi was
yeah.
lit, I would have never came back to work.
I just look.
Them niggas would have been out back.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I would have smooth hit forward up. Look for. I need to borrow your apartment. For.
Them niggas would have been out back. If I had my old shit, I would have still been at the crib like it's nothing.
Damn.
Yeah,
I would love to work from home.
Yeah, but
So sir,
fuck
just
it.
went back.
It is what it is. Moving on to one of our main topics for this episode. We kind of touched on it in a previous episode with Dr. Dre and that whole situation. Then a video people talk about a lot always on social media. Then shout out to the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, Gilly and Wallow. They interviewed GHerbo, and they was talking about him, do he go 50-50 in his relationship and everything like that. So that's what we're gonna be talking about for this episode. How y'all feel about 50-50 in a relationship? Is there an issue with 50-50 in a relationship from a man's perspective? Forward.
No.
Nothing
I'm
wrong
in a
with it.
relationship by myself.
We see this nigga ain't a provider.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna put my mans out like that, man.
Oh boy. I see where this is going. I see where this is going.
You about to touch your manhood. Joe about to
See
touch
what you
man-
not gonna do.
Joe about to touch
I do
our
for
manhood.
mine.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
Sound like she do it for herself. And you just
Hey,
there.
Tell that nigga, look where he at.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see.
He got a
And she-
Picasso in his house. Man.
And she paid for it.
We've been 50-50.
Nah. Go ahead, fool. I'll just fuck with you.
But like, okay, you mean 50-50 as in like going half on everything or like putting into a relationship?
I think that's a good question. I think when people talk about 50-50, I think they really just focus on the financial aspect of it.
feel like
But
they
50-50 should be, yeah.
I think that
We
needs
can
to
talk
be
about
part of the
overall, though. We
conversation.
can
Yeah,
talk about overall.
Because overall, it really should be 100-100.
Shut the fuck up. This is dumb. I disagree with that whole statement.
You disagree with it?
Wholeheartedly.
I agree with it,
I
honestly.
disagree with you too, nigga.
Why you disagree to it?
Because I feel like you're not able to give 100% of yourself all the time. Doesn't make that's not fair. There's gonna be days you come in and that if I'm expecting you to give 100% of me, let's say you don't have a long day at work, that means I'm requiring you to still do 100% of whatever that you normally would do. I don't think that's fair. I think that it should be a balance. Like if I'm 75, you should. If you're 25 today, I can be 75 today. And then if I'm 25, you can be 75. Because I feel like there are going to be days where you're going to be low and she going to be high. Or he. I don't judge sexual orientation.
That's where I was going with it.
Like you said, 100.
Yeah.
I agree with the 100. Only reason I agree with the 100 because it was a statement. I'm not gonna try to say it, but I remember they was talking about this topic and they was pretty much saying like you shouldn't in a relationship, not financial, but it shouldn't be 50-50. Like you should give you all, then they gonna reciprocate back to you. But that 100% may not look the same every day.
Yeah.
That's just like
Elaborate.
You know what I'm saying? Like anytime I give examples, I go back to sports. So, say like you're running like a marathon or something, right? You're running a marathon, you 80% done. You're not gonna be at the same pace that you started with, but at the same time, you're still giving 100% at it.
100% of what you have for the moment.
What you have, yeah. You give an effort, in a sense.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
So even if you do have bad days, or you come back home and you're just not feeling yourself, but as long as you don't take that anger out or whatever you feeling out on your spouse, that's 100%. Even they should have an understanding that you're not in the best state at the moment. You done had a long day, but you still trying. You still come home, ask them how they're doing. Whatever that you supposed to do that day, you still get it done. You know what I'm saying? So that's still 100% in my eyes.
I agree, but I think that's unrealistic for me. I'm not saying for y'all. I say unrealistic for me, because
it's not gonna be 100%. It's not gonna be perfect every day.
No. Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
I think all of us agree on the same thing. We just say it differently. Yeah. But I don't know. I just feel like I just don't think it's ever gonna be 50-50 in a relationship. I don't ever think, or 100. I don't never think it's gonna be like.
It's never gonna be that equal split.
Yeah,
it's never gonna be an equal split.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I feel like, and this is gonna be a really unpopular opinion. I feel like if you have a really good man by your side, like a genuine man, I feel like he'll always give a little bit more than that of the woman that he's with. And I feel like vice versa. If you have a really good woman, then she'll give more than what that man will compensate.
Right.
I feel like when you have a good, genuine person by your side, it'll never be even. Because, and I go back to the man thing, because I'm going to speak from that, like, kind of personally. I don't really see, like, because, it's like that stigma. Like, oh, you need to, I'll give you an example. Date night, right? On a date night, typically for y'all, you're going to pay, you're going to drive, and you're going to pay for gas. That's literally like, if we talking 50-50, what has she contributed to this date night other than her presence? That's not saying that her presence isn't worthy of what you're doing. But I'm saying, like, if we're being, like, financially, what have you contributed? It's been miles on my car. I had to put gas in my tank, and now I'm paying for the dinner. Or whatever other activity that we're doing. Now, granted, she could be like, I'll put gas in your car. All right, that's your contribution. But it's not 50-50 because I still have to drive. I still got to pay. I just think that, like, when you talk about, like, 50-50, I think that it needs to be, like, a bigger conversation because I always hear about, like, oh, well, women do X, Y, and Z. Women do this. Women do that. And I'm not taking that from them. I wholeheartedly agree with them. But I feel like we don't talk about enough about what men do or what men have to go through. Because granted, you worked all day. You come home. Now you got to take care of whatever manly things she needs you to take care of. Now you got to go fix a socket on the wall or some shit. But you don't have a long day. A long day. Your boss on your back. Day been long. Still got to fix that socket. Is it still 50-50? Are we going to exclude the exterior factors that affect us when it comes to our relationships? I think that's a really big conversation. Like, I think it'll never really be 50-50. And I think if you find a good man, it will never be 50-50.
No. I think, when it comes to that stuff, it would never be an equal split. But I don't know if it was just said on $1 million worth of game or not, or somebody else said it. But I think the problem when you talk about 50-50 on the financial aspect of it is, I think men don't like that when it kind of feel like an obligation.
Yeah.
Before y'all even married. Like, women, well, not all, but some women expect you to pay for everything from the first date to whenever y'all do get married. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how...
Because it's been put out there that the man supposed to be the breadwinner They're supposed to provide.
Exactly.
We mic close to your face, man.
And
For a singer.
It's like I be looking at him like we ain't get no spikes, no nothing.
But
Like,
depending on how loud the mic is, sometimes we sing out here, sometimes we sing up here.
Boy, if you don't
we
stop
turn the mic down a little bit for the
Yeah,
podcast.
But-
we good.
But when I was growing up, like it was always seen the men in my family. They was the breadwinners. They paid for everything. So that's what I had in my head. I got to pay for everything. I gotta like be the breadwinner. Like when we go out, I gotta pay. Until I got with Tanisha, all that shit changed. Once I got with Tanisha, it was like, oh, I'm paying this time. We go on a date. We drive my car. You sit back on the passenger seat. So like, and like it took me a long time to get used to that, cause like it was times like I would get mad at her cause she wouldn't let me pay.
No,
Cause I felt like I was being less of a man, and I had to realize, hey, you don't have to do it all the time. Let her do
therapy
it.
session after this, because I still like to this day I still get mad.
One time we literally got into an argument about who was gonna pay. Mind you, I hadn't got paid. I didn't have it, but I still wanted to pay. She had the money. I didn't.
Let me ask y'all this, because this is something. I think this is something I talked about a while ago to somebody. It's a personal question. Well, it's not really personal, but do it make you feel less of a man if you can't make a woman happy?
Yes.
In what aspect?
I do.
Because I feel like some women you just can't satisfy. Like it's something.
And I'm not even pinning that out there.
If it's something petty, then no.
Because honestly, I feel like happiness comes from internal.
Inside, yeah.
Anyways, but you know, if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, if she, I don't know, it just if you feel.
That's why I asked.
No. Not sexually. Listen, if we was talking about that, y'all got some other problems y'all need to talk about.
I'm good in
I'm
that.
working on it, man.
I'm
good in there.
Yeah, not that.
Pastor Wilson.
Oh, my God.
No, not in that
Clean
aspect,
that
but
plate.
just in like general, like making them, feel like, they're secure, they're, comfortable around you, and
Nah.
everything like that.
I feel like it's some stuff like as a man that if you're a good dude, like if you're not comfortable around me, then we need to address it. Like what behaviors am I doing to like make you feel uncomfortable? Because I don't want to seem like no weirdo, you know what I mean? I don't want to seem like that, but I feel like at the end of the day, like when me and Sean, the first date was literally like we had only known each other for about maybe like a week or two, and she had came and visited me at work, and I had to go Christmas shopping. I had to go birthday shopping for my little cousin, and I said, hey, you want to ride with me to Lynchburg? And she was like, yeah, just jumps in the car and everything like that. And it's funny that you mentioned that because literally just the other day, she was like, I was scared as fuck in that car with you. And I was like, what? Because in my head, I was like, I was a little taken back with the fact she jumped on it because I didn't think she was really going to come. But it was like, I didn't think nothing of it. And, it was funny because she was like, no, I was scared. Like, I told my mom, like, where I was at and, like, everything. And she was like, I don't know why I jumped in the car with you. Like, she was like, I have no idea. And it's funny, though, because you had to have felt comfortable enough to be like, I'm going to go with you. And then the realization, like, okay, now I might have fucked up.
I don't know. In a sense, yeah. But sometimes we done some shit that was really like I know personally, I done some shit that was out of my comfort zone. That was some crazy shit. I'm like, why the fuck am I here? Or
no,
I
get it.
Saying?
And I mean, like, but now knowing her,
right?
I don't think it was a situation like that.
Yeah,
I really think that she didn't think like he doesn't have any ill intentions, like blah blah blah, like X, Y, and Z. So I mean, if I can't make you happy, then we just not compatible. And I think vice versa. I think if you're not happy, then
I agree with that.
Let me ask y'all a question.
I agree.
Since we go on a conversation about relationships today, let me ask y'all a question. Because this has been something I've been pondering. let's say that we go back to that 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that you are, financially, you are the main provider when it comes to all that stuff that Ford was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that person has an obligation to you because you do that?
I was yeah.
You gonna leave that
I
way?
was gonna bring that up eventually.
Because
I feel like, all right, what was I finna say a while ago? But to your point, some people may have an ego like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, if I'm paying for all of this and that, and you ain't doing this and that, yeah, you owe me something. Like,
you know, like that,
you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to make that
like
seem
that
funny.
Meme, like he was like, I'm gonna leave with
I'm
something.
gonna leave with something. Look, I'm from around the way.
Wait.
Hey, Denzel from around the way. You know what I'm saying? He got family out of Buckingham, but yeah, like people. Some people feel like that. If they paying 100%,
I'm asking you though. What you doing?
Nah, me.
Oh.
Nah. But I think with that, like, me personally, I feel, and maybe y'all feel the same way. Other men may feel the same way too. If you really feeling that person, like,
This shit
and
ain't gonna matter.
you know what I'm saying, like, and you got the bread to do whatever, you gonna do it. I feel like you gonna do it. Like, if once a man actually, find that person that they truly love and they want to be with, they gonna go above and beyond for that woman. That's what I feel like. And if they got the mean, if they're stable enough to, if they're not stable enough, they gonna have that conversation. Like, I want to be able to do this, but can you do this and this? You know what I'm saying? That's what a 50-50, maybe it'd be like 60-40 or 70-30 or something like that. But if that man really, like, if he the main breadwinner and he got the means to pay for all the bills or whatever, and she just the only thing she need to do is pay the little things like her gas or I don't know, groceries maybe, or get her something. I feel like niggas gonna do that personally once they find that.
I only hear that in a lot of couples that's our age. I hear that in a lot of older couples because I got an aunt and uncle. My uncle pay for everything. All my aunt gotta do is put gas in her car and buy groceries.
I didn't know that, but I was just speaking. I must be old. I'm old headed hard, so I'm old headed hard.
I think that I don't know. I agree with you, but I feel like it's not. I don't know. I feel like when a man gets married, it doesn't become his money no more. It becomes our money. But I still feel like her money is her money.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where I have the problem.
But that's why I said stability is the main thing for.
But my
for
thing
men.
is, let's say we are stable. Like I know it's gonna be a really, really unpopular opinion, but do y'all remember? Do y'all remember it was a story on Twitter?
I'm not saying pay for her bills, like her personal bills. I'm just saying like the rent, like the shit that y'all got together.
Yeah.
If you're paying for all of that,
I
that's
agree.
fine.
Yeah.
But not that. I mean, you don't have to pay for her personal bills. You do. I mean, that's on you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like the main shit, like the rent,
Damn, I forgot
the
my
shit,
example
mortgage
now.
and shit.
Damn.
My fault.
No, you good. You good.
Yeah. I just thought that's what you was
Nah.
thinking about.
Oh, it was a dude that was like a millionaire, and he was making his girl like go half on the rent with him and stuff like that, or something like that. I remember he had bread. I don't know if he was a millionaire, but I remember he had bread, and she had to like pay bills and stuff, and she was mad because she was like, "If you're rich, why do I have to pay bills or whatever?" And I was like, "Why wouldn't you have to pay bills? Because what does my financial situation have to do?" I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I think that was my point. Like a lot of people feel like if they let me stop saying a lot.
Yeah, I learned to change my adjectives around. So I use such strong adjectives.
Yeah,
some people.
some maybe like I said before, like they see that you doing good for yourself, and y'all start dating or whatever, and you bring them in or you bring them in your house and say she move in. They gonna want it, even though it is your house. Of course, you was already paying for everything, anyways. But just opening everything up to them, and y'all not even married yet, like I feel like the trust ain't even built off of a couple dates.
But that's where the people go. That's what happens when some people give with other people because they got a lot of money.
But I think that when you're talking about money, I think that should be because I noticed that like a lot of arguments come from money, like
Yeah,
even outside my relationship, like outside your intimate relationships, money is a hard thing to talk about, and even when like I realized that like because it was a little something I disagree with what you were saying about the obligation thing because. My money is like literally one of the most important things to me, like because I work so hard to have it. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a problem with spending it on you. It's the notion of
you feeling like you're obligated to my money,
but it's not even so much as that. It's more or less like, case in point, let's say you are passionate about. We're all passionate about the podcast, like, but let's say I come in and I was like. Basically, like I do the podcast with y'all every time, but I was like, this podcast kind of stupid. And then you like, well, why are you on the podcast? And I'm like, well, I'm just here just to be here. And like it doesn't really matter what I think, but you'll feel some type of way about it because you're passionate about it. Mm-hmm. I think that the problem I have with going back to the obligation of the money thing is because like just because it's not important to you, like just because you're willing to throw away the money or do whatever doesn't mean I am. So, like, that's, like, my love language. Is like, not mine personally, but, like, that's how I show love. Is if I want to spend money. Like, I want to do so. I want us to go out. I want us to enjoy ourselves. I want you to be a part of this without without you having to worry about it financially. However, please acknowledge that is something that I'm passionate about. That's my contribution to the relationship. And I understand, like, I think a lot of niggas get to this point where they're paying, but then they're not loving, they're not caring, they're not worried about their woman. And that's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that there was a time where, like, I'm paying, and I haven't paid attention to her and her needs. I'm saying that along with that, I'm doing this. Like, I think the hardest part about a relationship and the hardest part about being 50-50 isn't so much the notion of 50-50. It's loving that person in the way that they want to be loved. It's because going back to that ego thing, it took a long time for me to get that. Because I was like buying gifts, and it wasn't like Shonda didn't like them. It was just like they didn't really mean that much. I had to revamp like the whole entire way that I went about giving gifts because I was like, jewelry was the way to go.
Yeah, you was trained like.
I feel that 100%.
The only way to show her that you love her is to spend money on her.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how I was. And so,
I'm about to say you just go by what you seen around you.
Yeah,
and it was crazy because like,
or what you see on TV.
Because I will never forget. I literally, Shauna has too much jewelry. Like honestly. But that's because like it's such an easy gift. Like not even trying to be funny. I know she gonna watch it though. But I've told her this. I say because it's so like it's now it's to the point where it's just like an add on. Like what I did is, and this is a game changer. So I bought her a Pandora bracelet. So now because she's not big on jewelry, I'll just buy her a charm with whatever else I get her because it's still like boom, there's something else. Like you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I will never forget. I had bought her jewelry and she is excited for it. She liked it. But I had bought her an edible arrangement. And I had never seen that girl that excited about that. It's like $50 edible arrangement. I wouldn't buy it for myself because I was like $50 for some fruit. $50 for this strawberry pie. I think we go to the grocery store. Like
I can go to a food line and make you a damn edible
but
arrangement.
It's like, but what it was it had all like her favorite fruit on it. It was like catered toward her. That like not saying that she didn't appreciate the jewelry, but the expensive jewelry didn't matter as much as this. And I completely get it because it's like if I tell you I want a pair of shoes and you go out and buy a pair of Jordans that I don't really care for, and all I wanted was like these $100 Air Maxes, it wasn't what I wanted or what I cared for. It's like I said, loving your person the way that they want to be loved is the hardest part about that 50-50 trade. because
That's
there are
right.
times where you do, and you think that you're doing something.
Doing something.
And
Everything.
Nigga,
It ain't
and
shit.
Shit.
It ain't shit.
Yeah. And so now because now your feelings are hurt.
Facts. I still just figured it out.
And you got the money that you can spend on it.
I still gotta finish reading that book, the 5 Love Language.
Oh, it's a
I
book?
Yeah, it's been a book. Yeah.
I just thought it was a thing.
No, it's been a book. Yeah, I gotta finish reading that, but I totally understand that. But sometimes the shit changes.
Yeah, and that's the other
Sometimes
thing.
the shit changes. That one action may be good for that moment, but you can't keep doing it.
Love is
I had to learn that the hard
You
way.
can't
Bruh.
keep
But
doing
when
it.
me and Tanita got together, I kept buying her flowers. I would send her flowers like every month to her job.
oh, you better than me.
And then it got to a point where she literally called me. She was like, "You can't do nothing different."
This basic ass nigga, man.
Sending
I
these
was
flowers
like,
over
Yeah,
here.
what the fuck? I'm gonna pit on. I ain't got no garden.
I'm sitting here like, damn.
I ain't
How
got
the
no
fuck I'm a
goddamn
top?
base at the
How the
crib.
fuck I'm a top this? Like,
Four won't think about that. She got a whole rose garden
I ain't
pit.
got got enough windows to be sitting this shit on.
she's like, give me
She
some.
got a flower bed in the front yard.
She's like, give me something that's gonna live.
She damn sure ain't take care of those
Hey.
flowers.
Let me tell you something about your fiance. She practical if anything. Like, I swear. She is very practical. But I mean, it's so true. I hate a flower. I hate a flower. I hate flowers because they die. They never last. I don't spend all this money to watch this motherfucker just sit here, wither and die. And it's like, that's my love, like wither and dying. But
That's facts.
I think, like we talk about, I know we have got completely off topic with the 50-50 thing, but it's like,
Yeah.
But I say it in general anyway, so it's still in there.
But also, comes you gotta learn the person, learn
It
about the
stopped?
person who you with.
it literally stopped as soon as I got up. I just had to turn it back on.
All right, cool.
That's crazy.
All right, cool. Yeah, we ain't got too much longer. But
We ain't got too
go
much
ahead.
longer, But
Learn the person who you with. That's
yeah, that's the
all.
other
I'm
thing.
still learning to need you.
But I don't think you ever gonna learner. Like you'll learn. I think the things that you'll learn is what makes her tick, things that she can't stand, and I think you'll learn just how deep her love is for you. But even I'm starting to notice like changes within myself. Like I literally went from wanting an SUV, like a truck, to buying a car. I was like, and it's like every day you realize that something changes, even if it's not significant. It's something changes a little bit about you. Like the other day, my parents said something to me, and any other time they would have said this, I would have like said something back. But I literally just let it go and walked away. And I was like, you are forever changing as a person. So of course, the things that you like and dislike will also change with it. That's a fucking problem. Like, nigga, like write a book. You don't change what's in the book, nigga. Like you write the book and in chapter 1 you do X, Y, and Z. Don't go back and edit chapter 1. Like leave chapter 1 alone. But
Facts.
it's crazy. It's stressful. Being in a relationship is like so great. And then it's like so much work. And I'm like, bruh, this is a second job. But what makes it better is if you do it for somebody
Once
that
you
you feel
figure
is
it out.
worth it.
Once you figure it out, though,
It's over.
it's over after that.
So
Great feeling.
Smooth sailing.
I think this is a question I had for maybe a debate. I'm gonna just bring it up here, anyways.
uh-huh.
So you talk about the 50-50. You talk about the money. Do money bring happiness?
Hell yeah. Fuck yes. I'm sick of that stigma too.
How much money you got?
Not enough to be happy. Not enough to be happy. I'm gonna tell you right now. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a really happy poor person somewhere. Sure, they are ecstatic. Yeah, but let me tell you something. If I had a couple mil when I was down bad, it wouldn't matter about me being down, nigga.
If I had the money to reach my goals that I done set for myself and that I done set for us, then yeah. But like, I don't want to have like rich people problems.
I think rich people have rich people problems because they be out there. if I was a millionaire right now, I wouldn't have rich people problems because you would never know how much bread I got.
Facts.
You know, I'd just be Joe.
Facts. Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah.
Like
I'd
I
rather
feel
be
like
wealthy.
Derek got
Fuck the fame.
like
Yeah, I can't do the same.
Fuck the fame.
I feel like
feel like
Derek
Derek
got like a mill hidden somewhere
Shit.
and ain't saying nothing to nobody.
If I had a
got a
million, you
fucking
think we be
mill.
sitting in your apartment doing this
He
shit?
got a mill. You think he had his laptop? Come on, man. Come on, man.
We would have had a
But
studio.
you know how tight Derek is on money though.
Nah, I know. I know how to
think
make
that-
investments.
Yeah,
I know what to spend it on.
Derek is literally I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. That laptop won't come on one day. That's the day that Derek goes get another laptop.
Just like
because
how I
that's
got
what
my
happened with the car.
That's how I got
We
my
had
car.
told Derek a long time ago, Derek, you need a new car.
Yeah.
It wasn't until that car was like, yeah, I can't do this no more.
Yeah,
He was
I
like,
ain't cutting no
he
dick,
went
bro.
and bought a car.
Yeah, that's I. Yeah, that's pretty much me.
Like,
That's pretty much me. Like I was saving up for it, but I thought it was gonna last a little longer. But that shit woke up that day and said
he
otherwise.
didn't
I
wake
said,
up.
as soon as I get to town, I'm buying another car. I said, fuck that.
that's funny.
Yeah.
I completely understand. The last straw for me was
I said, fuck
my
that.
skid plate started scraping the ground, and I had to cut it off. And my homeboy that lived in my hut was like, "What the fuck is that scraping on your car?"
What the fuck is that? When other niggas start talking about your shit, that's when you know you gotta get something new.
I was like, you know what?
Fuck that. Fuck that.
And then it was like, I drive the jet to work every day, and it's crazy because now that I drive it less, I realize just how good of a car it really is. It probably could have went a couple years longer, but I just couldn't deal with it. I was like, I can't go nowhere. I can't do shit. I had to keep asking people to borrow their cars. I said, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, that shit just got away. But nah, fuck. Money brings happiness.
Yeah, money
Everything
brings. Yeah,
involves money.
yeah.
Literally everything involves money.
I'm so serious. Like,
Everything.
cause think about it. If you stressed at home, if you like if you live with your parents, and you stressed at home, money allows you to buy an apartment. If you don't have a car, then the money allows you to buy the car. The only thing money can't purchase is friends, intimate relationships, and family, which is something that I think that's where the saying comes from. Money can't buy happiness, and that's true. But money can put you in a lot of positions where happiness can be a factor. So I'm nigga. Shit. If your phone break, you can't buy a new phone. You know how mad you'll be if your phone was cracked and you couldn't do nothing with it.
Yeah, cause I ain't got my old phone no more to try
Damn.
it on for the time being.
This conversation ain't
know.
apply to you. This conversation ain't apply to you. You'll use it.
No, I ain't even talking about that.
Oh, what?
I'm about to go back to the money part.
Oh, what?
You know what about the money, love, blah blah blah. But motherfuckers ain't getting with you if you ain't got no money.
I don't know. I don't know. I disagree with that a little
Unless
bit.
y'all both don't got shit. I mean,
You mean like she's on your level when y'all meet?
yeah, like that.
I don't
But-
know because like, speak for myself personally. I didn't realize.
No.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying I don't know too many examples where the female was doing better and got with somebody less than
Oh,
her.
I know. I can name a couple. I name a whole lot. And the reason I say that is because we don't think about them. But yeah, because I think it's a lot of ain't shit niggas with dating a lot of RNs right now. And they are paying for everything.
Hey, no cap.
Look,
Hey,
Look,
I ain't gotta think.
and why they at work at the hospital? They driving their car around
they
town.
driving that car.
Family. They ain't my family.
It's
I
so
know.
much a joke now, nigga, that the car is the
And you know-
Nissan Altima is the art.
Yeah,
is
and
the
you
chick
know
car.
how it ain't their car because they got the little fur.
Furry lights on steering
yeah,
wheel.
steering wheel.
Facts. No, you.
Look,
That's facts. They my family.
I wasn't thinking about
boy.
nobody specifically.
Shit, I was.
I was not thinking of anybody specifically. So
Shit, fuck it. But I mean, besides my family, and I don't know anybody really after that. It's only like one or two of those, but Not a lot. It's not a lot.
Yeah, I think you know what I think it is. I think that social media has caused an influx of us thinking that is the majority. Because a lot of people on social media talk that shit like, oh, I wouldn't date a nigga. Like, that's fine. That's you. And we see it get 100,000 likes, and we're like, oh, yeah. But that's not the majority. It's a lot of people that don't say nothing behind the scenes and stuff like that. Like, and I think the thing about love that I really, really like is finding that person for you. Despite all your flaws and everything that you consider a flaw, they see it as that's not a flaw at all. So, you know, it's great. It's fucking awesome. Like, just fucking great. Just fucking great, guys. Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Any closing thoughts on that?
Closing thoughts.
Anyway,
They ruin relationships.
single females out there, they get single.
We promote this every fucking episode. I'm sick of this shit. They don't want
your
your
own
own
relationships.
They ain't checking for me, and I ain't checking for them.
Oh, he
They be
bad.
looking for me, and I be looking for them. There's a scrap out here like a motherfucker.
Man, close this shit, man.
We'll move into our last segment of this episode. No cap. For what we got.
No cap.
Uh-oh.
If you got somebody that's treating you right and that you love, hold on to them.
If you wanna pick somebody, if you wanna
Must be nice.
wake up and pay attention.
Life Jennings?
Yeah.
Hey, think about it. I get Life and John. He's got it mixed up sometimes.
Kinda. What you got, Joe?
I just got perspective. No cap. Perspective is everything. You may think that a situation is negative in your mind, but it actually be a blessing of positivity in the end. So, you know, to work on your perspective of things. It's hard as fuck for me, but I'm working on it. So yeah, that's what I got. What about you?
Respect it. My no cap. What is my no cap? Pretty
Dang,
much
you
my
got
no
no
cap.
cap?
Nah, I didn't for real. But my no cap is
First episode ever. Just going down there.
This nigga
They
got
gonna
no
re-
wall. He ain't got no
they're gonna
cap.
respect you eventually. So just keep doing what you're doing. Stay consistent. Stay dedicated in whatever craft that you have. Don't continue to look for support from people that you know is not going to support you.
Talk that talk.
Just continue to have that tunnel vision. Stay focused on the main goal, the end goals that you have for yourself. And eventually that support is going to come, and they're going to end up respecting you down the road. They might not do it now, but just by your work ethic and everything, they ain't going to have no choice but to respect it. So just keep doing you, keep striving, keep getting better. Yeah, and that's my new cap.
I respect it. I respect it.
So, yep. So, with that, we come to the conclusion of this episode of Unfiltered Brothers. Once again, make sure y'all subscribe to us on any where you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Coming out with a new segment, Unfiltered Spotlight. We'll be uploading some of those soon. So, if you have a business, hustle, you're in an organization and you do stuff for the community
That you want to promote?
you do hair, you do nails, you're a promoter, you're an artist, you're a producer, whatever that you got going on.
A baker.
You know what I'm saying? Mainly in the 434, but with no area excluded.
Except areas that are far away. We not doing that.
Zoom, nigga.
We don't do Zoom no more.
So yeah, but
Postcards.
pretty much with that.
What?
Postcards.
That postcards.
I thought it said
But pretty much with that segment, we just want to bring attention.
poker cards. I don't know
We
what.
just want to bring attention to what we got going on in the
I don't know what the fuck
434
that
here
is.
in Farmville and everything like that.
Poker.
But with that, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, and we out here.
Peace.
God bless you.